I love you. Hey, I need you. Hey, I want you. Hey, hold me, wait. Let me changam. Let me gagazo. Hey, mama gagazo. Hey, baba gagazo. Dada gagazo. Pass my baby. Down there. Hey, that's so just like that Fuck them, oh, your mama do. Now your mama, she dey walk out to gele. She dey walk out 3940. Oh, igwe. Oh, mole. Oh, nika bote. Bote 1, bote 2, bote 3, bote 4. Bote, mama. Oh, Tara Tyler. Oh, bingo, yeah. Live it there. Boss, what you talk about game? I'm your first nigga. It's a get Hey, boss man, your opinion. Can Messi, can they say how great he is? I say, it's for YouTube. It's a YouTube channel.
So what do you have to say?
Hype Messi. Hype mama. I say.
Feel like about
Hype mama. Hype Messi. Hype Then compliment us one. Hype Hype Oh, yeah, you probably to my casa chair them go for again. So, what's your name? Derek.
Yeah.
Derek, the game is over.
Yeah.
Argentina fought the hard way.
Yeah.
We didn't expect that the game would be this interesting. First of all, how do you make of the game?
I think this is the best World Cup I've seen. My first World Cup was 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a kid then, but I watched that one. And I think 2006, after 2006, this is the next best
World Cup
for me. Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah.
How would you describe Lionel Messi? Finally, he sat his
I love
doubters.
Messi more than his mom loves him.
What did he say again?
I love Messi more than his mom loves him. You have no idea. Trust me.
Really?
I love Messi.
Do you think now the GOAT debate has
over.
ended?
If any Ronaldo fan come near me, I'll slap you.
Oh, that's too much.
I'll slap you straight.
That would be too much.
Are you sure?
But the GOAT debate has ended.
It's over.
Messi is the greatest.
The guy with the most assists in history. The guy with the most goal contribution in history. The guy with the most Ballon d'Or in history. The only GOAT with everything. He's now coming to win the 8th Ballon d'Or.
You think he win it come January?
It's simple.
He win it.
No, that's the FIFA best. The Ballon d'Or come next.
Your last words for all Messi fans.
They shouldn't argue with Ronaldo boys again. They should just keep quiet. It's done. Done deal.
It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Over.
Argentina with Messi finally lifted.
Vamos, Argentina. Vamos.
It's a done deal. Let's get the opinion of another person here.
Come.
Wifey, come. Something small. Oh, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, Proby. What you show me, brother? What's on in town? Yeah, you want better way. Say the casa. Anything about Lionel Messi? Anything.
Yeah, why not? Like he's the real goat. You know, we have goats and we have goats. He is the real goat.
The real goat.
The real goat.
That party man.
Seriously speaking, I as a pro Ronaldo fan, I don't hate Messi, and I won't take this away from him. For everything football, he deserves it. I'm not going to do any propaganda. I wouldn't do that. He is. I wouldn't align to saying he's the greatest of all time, because for every era and for every type of football they play and the inclusion of technology, but for this our era, I still stand by the fact that he is not the greatest in this era. And I will put him in the category the category of one of the greatest. He deserves it. He deserves it for everything he's done. This is the best World Cup final ever. I've not watched so many, but with the ones I have watched, with the ones I have read about, he deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it. Or you think he doesn't deserve it?
Oh, I think that, listen, I said it before the game started. Even if Messi does not win this tournament,
of course, it doesn't change the fact.
It doesn't change the fact that, listen, all jokes aside,
he's good.
He deserves trying to do some form of agenda aside. Messi is one of the best footballers I have seen.
Of course.
Like I said, I don't want to dabble in the GOAT debate. Like I said, football is played in eras.
Very good.
But in our era, in the last 20 years, there's been Ronaldinho, all right. There's been Zinedine Zidane, all right. There's been a lot of great, skillful players.
Yeah.
But Messi's contribution, the accolades alone, for me, he deserves the greatest in our generation, not the greatest of all time. And you see, I was not of the school of thought that he needed the World Cup to cement his name in history. But now, he shuts all his haters. He literally numbs them. And I'm excited. They had to do it the hard way. The best World Cup final I've watched.
Of course.
In
by a mile.
More than a decade.
By a
the
mile.
Best World Cup I've seen in a long while.
It has most goals in the finals.
And it had everything.
Every euphoria you
can take. It had everything.
Roller coaster.
Penalty goals, everything. penalty goals, all the
Individual
tension,
brilliance.
emotion. Kofi, we sat here, we didn't know where the game would
Spectacular
end.
goals.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think by far it's the best final we've ever witnessed. You look at the game; it had everything. It was an emotional roller coaster. At one point, Argentina fans thought they were going to lift the trophy. At the other end, France were backing it. They were dreaming. It's the stuff. How can you not love football? Simply put, how can you not love football? This was everything you needed, and the two players we were billing for the Golden Ball give us a treat. Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi with a brace. It's football. I feel it's quite cruel. For everything France did, they should have had something. But the unfortunate thing about the game of football is the fact that you can never have two winners. There's always got to be one winner and one loser. Both sides were deserving winners today, but Argentina go home with a trophy. And for me, on that bit of the GOAT debate, I think Messi has closed full circle. He's ended the chapter. For Ronaldo, he would always be remembered as one of the best footballers we have ever. It's a privilege to witness both of them consistently give off their best season in, season out. But I think Messi edges this with a World Cup.
Yes. Well, great final. Great final. Drama. Emotional drain. I mean, I have not watched a game that emotions have swung from end to end. And this was a game that had everything. That had everything. Argentina taking a 2-goal lead. France coming back, equalizing, a brilliant equalizer from Kylian Mbappe. Argentina getting the third goal in extra time. Then Kylian Mbappe. I mean, let me before I go to Lionel Messi, let me save a word for Kylian Mbappe. I think this guy is a brilliant footballer. Even at 23, I think that he's already cemented his name in the greats. Because, listen, to take 3 penalty kicks in a game, and the calmness and the coolness and the temperament. I'm pretty sure if Florentino Perez is watching, chase him. I mean, if you need to capture him, if you need whatever it takes to capture him, get him. But for Lionel Messi, I am happy for him. It hurts me that he's won the World Cup, but I am very happy for him. I think that the two sets of footballers left everything on the pitch. They drained all of their emotions. They put sweat and blood into getting all of the things that they did for Lionel Messi. But hats off to Martinez. I think that he's been one of the unsung heroes of the Argentine teams. It looks like if you watch the game very well, towards the end, the Argentines were playing for the penalty because they knew they could have a reliable general in Martinez who would come in and do the job. I mean, by saying that we need to talk about Hugo Lloris. Shocking goalkeeping. Absolutely shocking goalkeeping. You see, I do not belong to that school of thought which seems to think that some keepers need to be good at penalty shootouts and others do not need to be. Because you are a shot stopper. You understand? I mean, that's your number one description. You are a shot stopper. You are supposed to have the right sense of judgment. You are supposed to be able to stop shots. But I mean, listen, I mean, this is a World Cup, probably, I mean, designed to be won and lifted by Lionel Messi. He has credits to all of the Argentine team. Yes, Lionel Messi will take all of the glory, but I think that there are some great unsung heroes in this Argentine team. Let me spare a word for DePaul. I think that all through this tournament he's been absolutely immense. Even with Otamendi, we were all worried about his age, his pace, but he's marshaled the back very well. He's been that constant at the back. Anybody who has partnered him, he's gone in, done his job. Save a couple of occasions where, yeah, I think he conceded the penalty in the very last minute. I know the last one, the second penalty. But I think that he's been absolutely immense, and I hats off to the Argentines. There's nothing you can say but to congratulate them.
But we look ahead to this particular tournament. Argentina lost the first game. Now they've done what Spain did in 2010, losing the first game and then going on to win. It happened in 1990. They lost to Cameroon, but lost out on that final. There were a number of things that in that particular final, which they lost to West Germany, it was officiated by a Polish referee as well. And in one of those referees is Michael Liskowitz. His son was the assistant referee in this particular game. So there were a number of
Undercards,
similarities
yes.
that many people thought would swing, but we've had a roller coaster of a game. And now we look forward to what is going to happen because if you look at infrastructure, if you look at organization, this has been one of the best World Cups we've witnessed. Gianni Infantino has said it. The commentary around a lot of people who have visited Qatar has been the same. This is the best World Cup we've ever witnessed. United States, Mexico, and Canada. Can they raise the bar any further?
Well, I think the onus lies on them to raise the bar, especially with the kind of noise that has come from the West. Obviously, with all of the force that was supposed to be dragged in the direction of Qatar, that was supposed to be a negative. I think they've ridden the storms. They have been able to go beyond all of the shenanigans, everything that the West has thrown at them. They've been able to go beyond it, and they've hosted successfully a fantastic World Cup. I mean, there were issues with the timing, there were issues with player fitness, there were issues with players who could not make the World Cup. But I think that this World Cup will even be remembered about the players who made it more than the players who missed it. You understand? I mean, if you look at the World Cup and you look at the profile of players who have graced the World Cup and made it a great tournament, I don't think that even the players that were missing, because if you talk about this French team, there was the absence of the world best player in Karim Benzema. There was Paul Pogba missing. There was Konde, was the Kante missing. You understand? But you look at the guys who stepped in for them. You look at Chouameni today. You look at Kamavinga when he came on. You look at Fofana. You look at Kylian Mbappe, who had to play through the middle at a certain point in time. I think that they have been absolutely immense. And for me, I am greatly excited about this particular thing. I think that what Canada and the rest of the North America needs to do is to look at the template of this World Cup and try to raise it a bar higher. I think it will be very, very difficult because there again, we might not see some of these generational players again. We might not see Lionel Messi again. We might never see Cristiano Ronaldo again. So we might see another generation springing up. But I trust the people in North America for organization. But whether they can give us memories like Qatar has given us, I doubt. It will be very difficult for any other host nation or set of nations to replicate what the Qataris have been able to do in the last few weeks.
So back to you, Canada, USA, and Mexico. But Percy, let's look at this particular tournament. We've had so many standout players. Before we talk about the play of the tournament, first of all, who's been that breakout star for you?
For the breakout, I would have. I'll go for Chouameni. Chouameni has been very, very instrumental in the French national team. You didn't add some categories, which I will add myself. I'll give you my breakout. I'll give you my flop coach. I'll give you my best coach. Then probably the rest. Chouameni has been very, very instrumental, like Kofi said. You can spare him for a penalty miss because he's not somebody I know to take penalties. And penalty, it's only a few players that you can probably give them an 80% to a 70%. He's not really, I don't see him to be that person who is good in taking penalties, so you can spare him that. He's a breakout. Jude Bellingham would have been a player that I would have picked, but he didn't really get far. It was just the quarterfinal. So I would give that to Chouameni. But my flop coach of the tournament is Tite of Brazil. Because for him, he is one coach that, with the assembly of stars that he had, and the rank of Brazil being number one. And you know that Brazil has never taken a coach to the World Cup twice. Even if you win the World Cup, you will definitely not go to the next World Cup. Carlos Alberto Pereira in 1994, after winning 1998, he wasn't there. 1998, 2002, when Scolari won, he didn't take them to the next World Cup. But for him, going to 2018, they were like, oh, we sack a coach after every single World Cup. So why don't you keep him? And you realize that they even losing that quarterfinal match was down to the mistake he made in the substitution, especially bringing Paqueta off. For my coach of the tournament, obviously, it would be Lionel Scaloni, taking this team to Copa America, winning the Copa America in 2021, and bringing this team. There's an average team. If you take Messi out as an average team, and obviously you realize that Messi has made the team very good. My best young player will still be Chouameni. Is 2021? Is it 21? obviously, since he's the breakout player of the tournament, he would obviously be the young player of the tournament for whatever that he's done. His exploits, in Real Madrid, he's replicated them in the World Cup. For the best player of the tournament, I told you that for every tournament or the World Cup since 2002, whoever wins the Golden Ball, that's the best player of the tournament, does not win. And it would be very cruel to give this best player of the tournament to Messi, because even this final, the best player for this final is Mbappe. For whatever he's done, it's Mbappe scoring a hat trick in the World Cup final. I don't think it has ever been done. Nobody has even managed 3 goals in every final that the person
The
has
last
played
player to
combined.
score a World Cup final hat trick is Sergio of Hest when England
Yes, of England.
won the
Yes,
World Cup in
versus
1966.
1966. Apart from him, Mbappe from 66. Before that, he has scored one before. So he has scored 4 goals in 2 finals.
He's actually scored 5. He scored a brace in Croatia.
Yes. So with it's crazy for whatever that Mbappe has done, and of all his goals, he scored 2 penalties to Messi's 4 penalties, and he's also won the Golden Boot. So obviously, my best player for this tournament will be Mbappe. So best player of the tournament, Mbappe, and my flop player, I'll give it to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is my flop of the tournament because for whatever he has done with Manchester City and the form in which he will come in, I wouldn't pick players like Cristiano Ronaldo or maybe Hazard, because Ronaldo has not been in form. He has not even been playing for Manchester United. For Hazard, he's been a bench player all throughout Real Madrid. He's hardly played. But for De Bruyne, his form is in, especially with Manchester City, and coming with Belgium, who were once the only team to be number 1 in FIFA ranking and has not won the World Cup. Coming into the World Cup with this form and putting up this abysmal display, I will give my flop of the tournament to Kevin De Bruyne. Best player, Kylian Mbappe. Best coach, Lionel Scaloni. Breakout player is Chouameni. He also wins the young player.
Lucky, a breakout player.
It would either be between Enzo Fernandez of Benfica, who is just 21 years, or Alexis McAllister from Brighton. Listen, he's also just 23 years. These two players are, for me, the generals of the Argentine midfield. We saw, especially in the first and second half, especially in the second half, even though Argentina, allowed in 2 goals, these guys played their hearts out from minute 1 to the last minute, especially Enzo Fernandez. And for a young chap, he's just 21 years. This is his first major tournament ever in the history of Argentina. His first major tournament. He wasn't there in the Copa Americas. He's here in the World Cup final, and he's proven that, listen, he can compete at the highest level. I look around and people were mentioning the likes of Jude Bellingham, people were mentioning the likes of, Musarella. All these guys should go ahead to be excellent players, Pedri, Gavi and all this. But somebody like Enzo Fernandez, he went under the radar. He literally marshaled the Argentine. You saw in the first half what he did, even in the second half what he did, up until Scaloni made that uncalled for substitution that literally changed the course of the game. Enzo Fernandez was brilliant and has been brilliant all throughout the tournament. His partnership with Alexis McAllister of Brighton, they've been excellent in the Argentine midfield. The good thing for them is they are very young. Enzo is just 21 years. Alexis is just 23 years. So these guys can play for the next 2 major World Cups if they're able to maintain their fitness. Listen, so for me, my breakout star of this tournament is either going to be between Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister. Whoever wins it, for me, they 100% deserve it. But for the player of the tournament, I think that I will not choose Kylian Mbappe because I feel for the MVP of the tournament, it's not a player that scores the most goals necessarily. It's a player who carries his team to the ultimate glory. And for me, that is my personal, what is it called, KPI or SI unit. And if you look at what Lionel Messi has done, Messi went there. Take Messi out of this team. Honestly speaking, this team is just ordinary. Messi has carried this team from day one, 7 goals, 7 goals, 4 assists. And what more can you expect from Messi? He deserves the best player of the tournament. He's going to take it. He deserves to win the trophy. He's going to take it. And the coach of the tournament, obviously, you cannot look past what is it called, what Scaloni has done. Yes, he may have made some few mistakes here and there. Almost every coach at some point makes some few tactical mistakes, but the ultimate is that he won it. He won it the hard way. He's given Argentina what Argentina craved for since 1986, when Diego Armando Maradona and the likes of Burichaga led the team to win the trophy. South America has also craved for a World Cup since 2002. From 2002 up until now, Europe has dominated the scene. But now we are seeing that South America take over. The World Cup has always been about South America. Their dominance in the World Cup. Brazil has won 5. Argentina has won 3. Uruguay has won. So the World Cup is all about South America. But for a while now, you realize the likes of Argentina, Brazil faded off, and Europe took over. It's exciting that Argentina have won it, and Enzo Fernandez wins probably the young player of the tournament. Like I said, he deserves it, Dave. He deserves it because at age 21, his first major tournament, I mean, he wasn't carried away by nerves. He played at the biggest level, at the highest level, took on some of the best players in the world, and he prevailed. See, you can't go past him. I chose either himself or Alexis McAllister, and there he is. He's one the best young player. He deserves it. I'm yet to see anybody who could compete with him. Neither is it Camavinga or even Tchouameni. Tchouameni comes nowhere close to what Enzo has done for the Argentine team. So I'm excited. The excitement will not end here. We will continue till the season ends. Messi would forever be the GOAT, and he's been GOATed, and the world now will come and accept him for who he is. The debate has ended. I'm very excited, David. Very, very super excited. And our fans, they've been with us from day one. And I don't know about you. I would wish that I would do up my team of the tournament, but maybe you can start with your team of the tournament.
Well, we've already got the Sports 101 team of the tournament, and our technical team will be projecting that on the stream pretty shortly. But Dominik Livakovic was our goalkeeper of the tournament. You look at Livakovic and
the Golden Glove has been given to Emi.
But unfortunately, Livakovic misses out on the Golden Glove. It's Emi Martinez who wins out on the Golden Glove. But
do you know why I would agree with this? One, he kept the most clean sheet. And 2, the saves he's made in this game, especially that last big save, and the fact that to save 2 World Cup final penalties, that eventually 3, he saved 1. Yes, he saved 1 and they missed 1. Listen, he deserves it. He deserves it.
But Emi Martinez put in a show-stopping performance at the Copa America in the quarterfinals, and then he's been
the unsung hero.
He's been an unsung hero ever since. And to think of the fact that he spends most of his years in the wilderness at Arsenal, and Arsenal nearly never got the best out of him. It tells you what a jewel which Arsenal have missed out.
Kylian Mbappe gets the golden boot for scoring most goals.
He was level on goals with Lionel Messi in the final.
Yeah.
And then he stepped up to the plate, delivering a World Cup hat-trick. That's something we rarely see.
It's a World Cup that has been hosted by Qatar and has been won by Qatar. Yes, because you watch them.
It wasn't won by Qatar.
It was won by Qatar.
How is that?
Yes, because it is obviously their prized possession.
Who's their prized possession?
Their prized possession is PSG. And PSG has 2 of their prized possession.
That it wasn't
winning.
Won by Qatar.
So Qatar has hosted.
That's just by the way.
And Qatar has won. But
Dave, truth be told, this by far, I told you,
it's the best final in any football match ever.
I was
since football started.
94, 98.
You are even going too far. Since football started.
This is the best final.
Since football started.
It had everything. Controversy, penalties, emotions swung from one pendulum to the other.
You can talk of.
If you were either a French or you supported the French national team or the Argentine national team, you're probably sitting on tenterhooks because you didn't know how the game went, especially when Messi scored that goal in extra time. Everybody thought, okay,
116th minute.
This was over, only for Argentina to concede a penalty. Nobody knew whether the guy would save the penalty or. There you have it. Messi wins the best player of the tournament.
Which I don't agree.
Like I said, I agree. He literally carried the team, scored 7 goals, 3 assists. How many goals? 10 goal contribution. You know, he surpassed Pele's record of 12 goals 12 goals in World Cup. He has 13 now with so far with almost about
The
7
golden
assists.
board, I think, should
And
have gone to Mbappe.
excited. Lionel Messi is excited. Now he can sleep in peace. The noise, the debate,
Then he should retire. He should retire today.
Obviously, he said
No. He should call
no, but
retirement on
he's
every.
already said that.
No, I'm not talking about national team. He should just tell PSG it's over.
No, he
No,
chooses,
I think as at now, what does he want?
no, he chooses to call time. Like
No,
I
no,
told
he
you
should
the
call
other day
time.
when the debate of Luka Modric and Iniesta, you have chosen to play. I have chosen to retire. It doesn't mean that you are better off than me. Neither you choosing to retire and me choosing to play means I'm better than you. So he knows his body very well. Like we keep saying, players like Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, they've taken very good care of themselves. These are guys who've been playing consistently for more than 15 years. Ronaldinho, with all his exploits, played for just about 2-3 seasons from 2006 to 2008. He was off. Do you get it? We didn't see the best of Ronaldo. Zinedine Zidane lasted for about 4 years, 5 years. He's off. These guys have given us the best. They've gone at
From
each
like
other for
2006.
15 years and counting. Listen, it will take a while. People are saying that there is a likelihood that we are going to have an Mbappe, Erling Brot Haaland, comparison. They will be the one to carry the mantle and all of that. They will be the one to carry the mantle. But I mean, that argument is skewed because you look at where Mbappe is coming from. He has the advantage over where Haaland. Where does Haaland come from? He comes from Norway. The probability that Norway would make a World Cup and even make a very good appearance is high. So we need to factor in all those
So
arguments.
then, the Brot Haaland becomes the Ronaldo type, unless he does something with Norway, just like Ronaldo.
Not necessarily because the Portuguese team are blessed with stars.
No, as at the time Ronaldo won, how many
The
stars would you think
Portuguese
about?
team are blessed with stars.
As at 2016.
Let's not even make that.
No,
argument.
we are not
even
making
in
it.
2016. Look at the players who
Who are the stars? Is it
Portugal had.
Charisma or Nani?
They had
Or
Charisma.
Ede.
They had Nani. They had Ede. They had players
Let's
that
not
on the
go
world
there.
stage.
Let's not go
on
there.
the world stage, people regard him. Name one player from Norway.
Let's
Let's
not go there. Let's
so
not go
for
there.
me,
That's for
I
another
think
day.
that truth be told, where Erling Brot Haaland comes from is a disadvantage to
So
him.
unless he wins
It's like
he wins like 10 Champions
it's like
Leagues.
somebody. It's like this chap. What's his name? Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs comes from Wales. The tendency that Giggs would carry Wales to the glory land is close to about 0 or even 0.1. So obviously, no matter how good Ryan Giggs is, people will only see.
But he
him.
never took them to the World Cup.
Yes, I'm saying. No
Wales
matter
has
how,
been in the World Cup before he
I'm
started
saying,
playing.
no matter how good he is, people will always see him in the light of his club performance. That's how Erling Brot Haaland's situation is. For Mbappe, he's blessed to be in the French national team that can afford not to have Paul Pogba, but can still have Tchouameni, can still have Fofana, can still have Kamavinga, can have Antoine Griezmann, Olivier Giroud, even in the absence of Nkoku and Karim Benzema. So he's blessed to be in a country where the production line of football quality is very, very high. So let's see, post Messi and Ronaldo, the players that would excite us like these guys have excited us. Listen, I don't want us to be comparing them.
No,
They've given us the best of football and we're excited.
For that, I really concur too. Like I said, this one goes for our viewers and our listeners. Messi and Ronaldo are two exceptional, different, talented, unique players who we are lucky to have been blessed with in our era. The very fact, like I told you, I am a pro Ronaldo fan. I love Ronaldo to the core. It doesn't change the fact that I should despise the exploits of Messi. Messi is one talented footballer. I have never seen anyone play football like he does. And the fact that I am a Ronaldo fan does not make me an anti-Messi fan. Forget the trolls. But if you are being very objective, football owes a lot to these two. For whatever Ronaldo has done, for whatever Messi has done in the years, it's like the records in football has been shared equally between the two of them. Messi is taking this, Ronaldo is taking that, and there are times that they have been tied. That shows you the level of competition we have never seen in football. Never, ever. We have never seen in football. So, like you said in the beginning, even if Messi had not won this, even if Ronaldo being exiting from the group stages and from all the controversy that has been surrounding him, it does not change the fact that these are two unique players. and we have been blessed to enjoy them, that we didn't read them in books, we didn't watch their old videos. So if you are a Messi fan, have all the fun you can enjoy. You can chill till you freeze. It does not take away the fact that whoever also is a Ronaldo fan is following somebody who cannot be called a goat, because for whatever Ronaldo too has done, he deserves the accolades. But for now, today is Messi's day. He deserves the World Cup. Save the controversy, save whatever has happened. He deserves everything.
So drink it in, Messi. Today is your moment. And guys, if you're tuned in watching us on YouTube, kindly subscribe to Sports 1001. The World Cup is over, but it doesn't mean we're over. We're here to bring you more and exciting content all throughout the football season. So subscribe, hit the link and subscribe. Share the link with your friends, family members, classmates. Put it on your group pages and spread the word about Sports 101. France have officially taken their silver medalist award, and they cut a dejected figure. But you look at this French team, where do they go from here? Because you look through and you find a number of stars would not be making the next international bow. Players like Olivier Giroud are expected to make way. You look at a goalkeeper like Hugo Lloris. You're even beginning with the manager himself, Didier Deschamps. He had exceeded expectations because his target was to make the semi-finals. He did that, went to the final. They lost out in a cruel manner. There's Zinedine Zidane waiting in the wings. Deschamps has been in charge since 2014. Is it time the French national team takes a new direction with Zidane waiting in the wings?
I, I think that, I mean, it's clear. Didier Deschamps has done his best for you to take a team to back-to-back finals and compete at the highest level. I mean, he's done his best. The French system, you know, allows for a continuous conveyor belt of talent. We know the Clairefontaine Academy. We know how they prime youth competitions. The under 19 European tournament, or the 23 European tournament, and the 17 European tournament. It's where they put their talents from. So if you look through the ranks of the French national team, there is a conveyor belt of tremendous talents coming through. You made mention of Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud faced out. There's Christopher Nkunku coming in. Kylian Mbappe is just 23 years. There's Fofana in there. Chelsea signed a new striker. They've signed another striker. There's an array of talent. Chouameni, how old is he? Just 23. Kamavinga is just about 19 years. So there is an array of talent. Even Osman Dembele is not even what is it called 27, 28 years here. So for the French national team, the AC Milan goalkeeper Magnan, he was injured. He would probably have competed with Hugo Lloris for the number one spot, but injured. So there is always a conveyor belt of talent coming through. That's what hats off to the French and what they've been able to do. Many countries should model how they develop their national teams around them, around France, because listen, they prioritize grassroots football. They prioritize the age competitions. So from the under 17, players graduate to the under 19, to the under 20, to the under 23, then to the national team. Some players even jump from the under 19 straight into the national team. So there is always going to be continuity in the French national team. Zinedine Zidane will always take over after Didier Deschamps. Obviously, it's going to be the new face and he's going to bring a new attitude to this French national team. The crop of players you have define the style of play that you have. If you watch under Didier Deschamps, they were route one direct football. Get the ball, look for Kylian Mbappe, exploit his space, look for Olivier Giroud, his strength, his upper body strength, his ability to hold up play very well, his ability to stretch defenders and draw defenders. So with Zinedine Zidane, obviously there will not be there will not be Olivier Giroud there. There will not be other players available. So with Kylian Mbappe, with Christopher Nkunku, and the new guys that will come in, because 4 years from now, there will be numerous talents that will be abundant in the French national team. I do not know if Antoine Griezmann, I don't think he will be available 4 years from now, but clearly the French national team will not be devoid of talent. My only issue is with the Argentine team. I think that now, whatever they plan ahead of 2026 and the other World Cups that are coming, they should look beyond Lionel Messi. Who do we revolve, or which two players do we build a team around? Or should we build an all-round team? Look for somebody, but I think the future of this team lies with Julian Alvarez. That young chap, his aggressiveness, his ball movement, his intelligence. He is about the future of this Argentine national team. Together with Enzo Perez, Alexis McAllister, they have gems in them. I do not know how long Rodrigo De Paul is going to play, but listen, they do have quality. South America has never been devoid of quality. There's a lot of quality coming through. So for Argentina, for France, and for the other great nations like Brazil, England, and England themselves, they are not devoid of quality, young talent. You see, so some of these teams have great pool of talent. My concern is with Africa and with Ghana. What we've been doing is that after every tournament, everybody forgets. We wait for a while. When there's a major tournament, you try and put players together. That's not how you plan. I think that the planning for 2026 should start now. How we're able to channel talent, how we appoint coaches. In the appointment of our coaches, what should we look out for? Should we look out for the kind of football we are going to play, the kind of setup we are going to develop? That should inform the kind of technical handlers you are going to put in place. So let's see what happens. I'm sure, Sports 101, as always, we'll have an in-depth discussion and we will probably be talking about these things. But for the French national team, I think that kudos to them, and there's greater things ahead of them.
Well, kudos to the French national team. But the moment we've all been waiting for is upon us pretty shortly. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Lionel Messi finally gets a shot at redemption. In 2014, he shed tears, but that of pain. And in 2022, he will be lifting the ultimate trophy, the gold
I feel like crying.
trophy.
Why would you want to
I
cry?
feel like I'm so emotional. He's suffering. The suffering has nothing to do with the fact that somebody has beaten. The barrage of insult. You see it on social media. We hear people say the barrage of insult. This guy has practically done what he could do, human wise.
Look at what they are doing. I told you that.
He's played.
Why have they are making it so obvious.
No. You never know. Probably this is part of the closing ceremony. You never know.
No.
But listen,
for whatever that happened,
he deserves it.
Of course.
The
American.
Officially, he is an emir of world football.
No, he had been an emir. He has taken the money long time.
He's an emir of world football.
He took the money.
The sheikh of world football.
No, he took the money long time.
The god of world football.
This is
You
taking the money already.
You can say whatever you want to say.
What I am trying to say.
Messi. I'm so emotional.
We are not talking about controversies today.
This guy
we are
deserves
not talking about it.
Dave, he deserves it. I'm excited.
Oh,
Lift
of course.
the trophy. Today, Argentina will not sleep. Today, Camp Nou will not sleep. Even though you are not with
Barcelona. This is the World
again.
Cup that was designed for him to win, and it's about lifting it because it was designed. Everything was going on
Look at the
for him.
excitement on his face.
Yes, with 6 penalties, right? 6 penalties or 5.
I hope you don't want us to go.
No, we are not going. I'm just saying that for 6 penalties or 5. So he deserves it.
Messi. Finally, the emir of world football lifts the trophy. Oh.
You see, everyone is quiet. Everyone is quiet.
Have you seen the stadium?
No.
Have you seen the excitement?
No, I'm not talking about the stadium. I am talking about, you see,
because literally we are surrounded I'm surrounded by what bandits and football fans who didn't want Argentina to win.
Oh no,
I am the only person, maybe aside David. Even David cry, he's suspect. I'm the only person
I am saying
who
is
was
that
clamoring for Argentina.
it was a good football match, but the controversies almost overshadowed it. But
that's almost football.
But we are not really talking about that. Almost every final has its own controversies.
Bemesu, like I said, yes.
So, guys, Lionel Messi finally is a world champion. He lifts the trophy with the Emir gown, and officially, Lionel Messi is the king. He ends the GOAT debate. Argentina 2022 FIFA World Cup champions. But hey, like I stated earlier, we're not leaving you in limbo. We're not leaving you because the World Cup is end. Stick through to Sports 101 all throughout the football season till the last kick in May next year. And from the entire team, we say Merry Christmas to the Argentina
fans. But the GOAT debate is still on. It's still on. The GOAT debate is still on. We've not ended.
It's been an exciting moment to be with you throughout the World Cup.
Messi and the family.
I think I'll end with Spanish.
Okay.
Bienvenido.
Bienvenido. We are out of here. We'll be back.